freak you out?
But I think we're in a car ad.
Don't be ridiculous.
I think that you should have it.
We're in a Franks.
Okay.
This is your Western Vic Daily with Daniel Brewer for the 3rd of November. Retail workers across Western Victoria are facing growing safety concerns with new data from Wesfarmers showing an increase in threatening and violent incidents. Shadow Police Minister David Southwick says every worker deserves to feel safe at work.
Retail workers are feeling betrayed because the government hasn't supported them. We desperately need the worker protection support that we've seen from other states. The government promised to bring in assault and abuse powers, which we haven't seen.
The Southern Grampian Shire Council have welcomed nominations for 2026 Community Recognition Awards. Emma Clark reports.
Each year, the Community Awards shine a spotlight on incredible hardworking people within our community that go above and beyond and make a significant contribution to the region. These awards showcase those who give their time, energy and care to others, the quiet achievers, the local leaders and the everyday champions who make a real difference. Nominations close on Sunday the 30th of November with further details on our website. Emma Clark, Ace Radio.
Southwest Healthcare's Gloves On, Gloves Off campaign, encouraging staff to reconsider their use of single-use medical gloves, has been named as a finalist in Victorian Public Healthcare Awards. Infection Prevention Manager Jenny Lukes says the project achieved a 17% reduction in glove use over a 12-month period.
The exciting thing for us is that every single person in the organisation is involved in this project because everyone uses single-use gloves. And so it was an organisation-wide approach, and so everyone from our environmental services, food services, nursing, medical, lots of different people were involved in this.
Glenelg Shire Council wants your input on the draft domestic animal management plan. Emma Roberts reports.
Council says the plan sets out how they will work over the next 4 years to promote responsible pet ownership, support animal welfare and create safe, enjoyable spaces for both people and pets in the community. Community feedback will play a key role in shaping how animals are cared for now and into the future. Hard copies of the plan and submission forms are available at Council Customer Service Centres or online via the Have Your Say Glenelg website. Submissions close Wednesday the 19th of November. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
Residents across the Western District are being told by the federal government that finding a bulk billing GP should soon be simpler, following changes to eligibility for incentive payments. Health Minister Mark Butler says it's part of an ongoing push to make sure every local can afford to see their doctor.
We don't want people choosing whether or not they can go to the doctor based on cost. Everyone pays their Medicare levy. It's a public program funded by taxpayers, so we think people should be able to visit the GP clinic for free.
Poor mobile phone coverage continues to be a major safety issue in parts of Western Victoria, particularly as farmers enter a busy harvest season. With communication so critical, patchy service can make all the difference in an emergency. Nationals leader David Littleproud says it's essential mobile towers are properly maintained and upgraded where needed.
And we were promised it would get better, more broader coverage. In fact, it's diminished when 3G went off. It's because Telstra are not forced to maintain those towers. So this means that in peak periods, particularly when like harvest and there's more traffic, means that the systems don't work for 000, but Telstra doesn't care.
Federal member for Wannon, Dan Brewer, has been around the region holding a number of listening posts. Speaking in Parliament, Mr Brewer says one of the messages is loud and clear. Residents are struggling.
People are saying to me, how can they deal with the cost of groceries? How can they deal with the cost of insurance? How can they deal with the cost of electricity, which has gone up by 39%, the cost of gas, which has gone up by over 20%? They want some sort of reliefs.
Following last month's CFA Get Fire Ready programs across the region, the event turned into a recruitment drive with many brigades signing on new volunteers. Assistant Chief Officer Trevor Owen says it's pleasing people are making inquiries.
And what's so pleasing is that, we've got age groups between, for example, 18 and 34, where we've seen a 38% increase of applications. So in that critical sort of younger age group, we've also got a really diverse interest there. We've had 36% interest from women, which is great because we're trying to encourage more and more women to join CFA.
Southern Grampian Shire Council are continuing to put the call out for buskers to perform ahead of the festive season. Emma Clark reports.
With Christmas approaching, preparations for the holiday season are well underway. This year, Council is backing live street performances throughout the holiday period to make sure the town is buzzing with joy right up until the big day. Basking slots are available to anyone in the region with the skills and the spirit. And this year, instead of a competition with prizes, Council is paying the performers to keep the Christmas spirit alive. Expressions of interest are open. Contact Council for more details. Emma Clark, Ace Radio.
With Macappy Day just 10 days away, local stores are putting the final preparations together to make it a memorable day. Jessica Lever, restaurant manager for Hamilton McDonald's, says there are items available to buy now if you can't make it on the day.
So Macappy Day is the massive day once a year where we try and raise as much money as we can to support the Ronald McDonald House charity. Obviously already, if you've been through Macca's, we're selling helping hands and socks and a bunch of other stuff to try and raise a bit of money for it beforehand, but that's kind of the culmination of all that.
Children across the Western District are now able to hand deliver their Christmas wish list to Santa with the help of our local post offices. Pat Gordon reports.
Youngsters can drop off their letters in store and receive a special reply from the North Pole, plus a festive Pip the Koala Christmas ornament to take home and hang proudly on their tree. Australia Post is encouraging families to join in the much-loved tradition by helping little ones write their letter to Santa, seal it in an envelope with no stamp or return address required, and deliver it to a participating post office. Pat Gordon, Ace Radio.
Hundreds of locals every year shake the tins for the Royal Children's Hospital Good Friday appeal. However, the work doesn't get done without the hard work of an area manager. Hamilton's Alan Haddon says it's been fun to be part of and raising money for a very important cause, but it's time to hang it all up.
Oh, look, it's been tremendous. We've seen from not a lot of money up to, not this year, last year we got over 70,000. This year we got 57. So we've gradually moved up. We've created Bowls Day. Sadly, had to back out of Golf Day this year because of not enough energy and workers. But that was a tremendous thing. And it was really great seeing a lot of people. But for me, it creates a real lot of hard work.
Southern Grampian Shire Council have re-elected Councillor Dennis Heslin as Mayor for a 12-month term following the council meeting last night. Speaking to Ace Radio following the meeting, Mayor Heslin says it was an honour to serve, but there is still plenty to do.
I guess doing everything better with a little bit of experience, really looking forward to, I guess, a lot of those things that I was exposed to for the first time where, now I can battle them with the experience and 1 year under my belt. This year we've elected Councillor Helen Henry as Deputy Mayor, so really looking forward to working alongside her also.
Defence personnel and civilian volunteers will be out across Western Victoria selling poppies in the lead up to Remembrance Day next Tuesday. Funds raised will go directly towards supporting veterans and their families, assisting with financial needs, health concerns and the transition to civilian life. Major General Jason Blaine is encouraging everyone to buy a poppy in support.
I really encourage people to go up and have a chat to them, ask them about what they do and what they've done in their military career, but also to have a chat about the importance of supporting places like the RSL in how they support our veterans and families.
The state opposition have released figures which show that more than 100 Victorian government agencies has suffered losses across 2024-25. Emma Roberts reports.
The annual reports tabled in Victorian Parliament last week shows a number of local organisations who have suffered a net result loss. These include Portland District Health, Casterton Memorial Hospital, Glenelg Hopkins Catchment Authority and Hayward Rural Health. Shadow Treasurer Jess Wilson said the financial position of Victorians' public agencies has become a sea of red under Labor. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
Registrations are now open for Clean Up Australia Day next year, where the community is called upon to be part of the country's largest environmental movements. Sam College reports.
Sunday, March the 1st is where individuals, families, schools and community groups can be a part of the big day. Pip Kiernan, Chair of Clean Up Australia, says volunteers can receive a free clean-up kit which contains gloves, bags and other resources. As an added bonus, if you register your Clean Up Australia Day event before the 31st of December, you will automatically be entered into the early bird competition to win one of 5 donated $500 Coles vouchers. Further details are on our website. Sam College, Ace Radio.
There are calls for the Victorian Government to hold an in-person drought task force meeting as farmers head into harvest amid a drought that is far from over. Victorian Farmers Federation President Brett Hosking says despite promises, there hasn't been a meeting for a while.
yeah, we're quite a few months down the track. And look, we did see the drought package come out of that. We did have one in August, which was online without the Premier present, or the only Minister present at that meeting was the Ag Minister who chaired the meeting. She did a really good job, and it was, again, a great opportunity for just that update of what things were looking like.
Western Victorian farmers are resisting changes that would impose lower speed limits on unmarked regional roads. The proposed rules would set a 70 km/h limit where no default speed exists. Chair of the Business, Economics and Trade Committee, John Lowe, has called for greater investment in road infrastructure.
It's a way of getting around not having roads that are up to scratch. We've also got meaning that our trips will take longer, and we've also got the fatigue issues.
Young Southwest Victorians looking to enter the dairy industry early can now apply for a new round of scholarships from the Demo Dairy Foundation. Pat Gordon reports.
Applications for the new 1 and 2 year scholarships are being sought by November 28 for students starting Certificate 3 and 4 in agriculture, diplomas and tertiary degrees. It may be the last time local students have an opportunity to apply for support, with the foundation aiming to complete all scholarships and contributions to the local dairy industry by mid-2027. Pat Gordon, Ace Radio.
Hamilton Highway Patrol officers were conducting patrols along the Henty Highway between Hamilton and Horsham in an unmarked vehicle as part of Operation Furlong when they noticed another vehicle rapidly approaching in a 100-kilometre zone. Officers were both surprised and disappointed when the vehicle, displaying red P plates, overtook them across a solid white line at a very high speed. The driver's speed was recorded at 143 kilometres an hour. The 18-year-old man from Echuca was handed 2 infringement notices, resulting in a 6-month suspension of his P1 probationary licence and fines totalling nearly $1,300. Forest Fire Management Victoria's newest recruits are preparing for the summer bushfire season, participating in intensive training camps across the state. The Grampians region has welcomed 39 new seasonal firefighters. The training ensures seasonal forest and fire operations officers are ready to respond to emergencies and complete crucial work to reduce bushfire risk. Beyond responding to emergencies, seasonal forest and fire operations officers also perform important land management duties, including mulching, mowing, slashing and spraying. This weekend marks the 155th Casterton Show, packed with activities for the entire family. Highlights include an indoor pavilion, trade stands, horse demonstrations and more. Mayor Karen Stevens of Glenelg Shire Council describes it as a perfect day for everyone.
Look, there's lots of entertainment, there's food for everybody, great family day out, and get your entries in for the cookery and the flower show and everything else. Go online and find out all the details.
Across Western Victoria, golfers will be taking to the course to raise money for vital cancer research. Emma Roberts reports.
The longest day gives golfers the chance to challenge themselves to take on 36, 54 or 72 holes of golf in one day. This year, the longest day will officially take place on the 10th of November, but participants can take on the challenge at their local golf club anytime until the end of the year. Participants in the longest day will be making a difference, as all funds raised will go towards funding Cancer Council Victoria's cancer research. More information can be found at thelongestday.org.au/clubs. Emma Roberts, Ace Radio.
In round 4 of Hamilton District Cricket Association A grade, Portland Colts bowled out Macarthur for 110 in reply to their 118 to secure the win. Great Portland 5 for 208 defeated Tahara all out for 205, while College 7 for 229 claimed victory over Pigeon Pond 6 for 225. Casterton District 9 for 211 defeated St Andrews 8 for 199. South Portland 6 for 131 defeated Grampians 8 for 127, and and Tirrandurra 2 for 198, beat Portland Tigers 8 for 197. The Hamilton Kangaroos Football Netball Club will host netball trials on Thursday, November 13 from 4 to 5:30 for 13 and under players and from 5:30 to 7 for 15 and under and 17 and under age groups. A second session will be held on Sunday, November 23 from 9:30 till 11 for 13 and under and 11 till 12:30 for 15 and under and 17 and under. Further details, including registration requirements, are available on the club's Facebook page. Weekend Pennant Division 1 Bowls results. Portland Blue defeated Portland Gold 63 shots to 47. Grangeburn 53 shots went down to Hamilton 60 shots. Penshurst 66 shots defeated Memorial 64 shots and Haywood 60 shots defeated Balmoral 44. Weather permitting, round 5 of midweek Pennant Division 1 bowls will take place today. Balmoral versus Memorial, Haywood versus Portland and Grangeburn versus Hamilton. In Division 2, Casterton versus Portland Blue, Coleraine versus Hamilton, Grangeburn versus Portland Gold and Penshurst versus Memorial, with all matches getting underway from 9:15. A major achievement for some of the Portland Colts cricketers who recently took part in the three-base marathon relay with a team of Macy Williamson, Oscar Barbary, Daniel Kinghorn, Riley Williamson, Damien Bell, Sam Ashman, Glenn Hollis and James Chappell taking part and completing the course in 3 hours, 19 minutes and 17 seconds. Round 4 of Hamilton Basketball Association Domestic Men's Division 1 and 2A tonight. THAC Division 2A Barking Owls take on Barber Boys. Bainbridge Bandicoots versus Minders Senior Men Blue. GT Storms Black versus Barber Boys Black and Minders White versus THAC Division 2A Wise Owls. Weather permitting, the Portland T20 competition gets underway tonight. Tirrandurra take on South Portland at Tirrandurra Recreation Reserve and Portland Tigers take on Garay Portland at Flinders Park, getting underway from 5:30. While tomorrow night it's round 4 of the women's competition, Hamilton White versus Tarrington, Pigeon Ponds versus Hamilton Blue and Grampians versus Tahara. Round 6 of Country Basketball League, Portland Coasters women take on Warrnambool Mermaids on Saturday night, getting underway from 5, followed by the men taking on Warrnambool Seahawks from 7 at Portland Basketball Stadium. Hamilton Hurricanes will be taking on Mount Gambier Lakers at Highlag also on Saturday night, with tip-off from 6:30. The Branksome Wallasdale Football Netball Club have announced that they have signed Caden Walter for next season. Caden returns to the Saints following a season with the Hamilton Kangaroos, and Caden is no stranger to the Saints winning the Under-17 Best and Fairest in 2024. The club also announcing their annual general meeting will take place on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Weather permitting, round 5 of Hamilton District Cricket Association A-grade will take place tomorrow from 1. St Andrews versus Tirrandurra, South Portland versus Portland Colts, Grampians versus Portland Tigers, Macarthur take on Garay Portland, Pigeon Ponds versus Casterton District and Hamilton versus Tahara. Round 6 of Weekend Pennant Bowls Division 1 tomorrow afternoon from 1:15. Penshurst versus Portland Blue, Haywood take on Portland Gold, Memorial versus Hamilton and Balmoral play host to Grangeburn. In Division 2 also getting underway from 1:15. Memorial Blue versus Portland, Macarthur versus Coleraine, Hamilton Green versus Casterton and Memorial Red take on Hamilton Yellow. That's the latest in local news and sport.
Unleash your vehicle's power beyond limits. Discover our exclusive range of Yuasa automotive batteries, engineered for unparalleled reliability and performance to power your journey like never before. Battery World, power your passion.